One of my absolute favorite hilarious memories of Europe was when we were in the airport ready to go for our first trip, and Sean had packed too much stuff in his check bag and was over the weight limit. And right there at the Minneapolis airport in front of the long line of people waiting to check their bags, Sean had to unpack all of his underwear. All of it. He packed so much underwear. He had to unpack all of his underwear and redistribute it throughout everyone else's bags. That was a good time. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean, for packing too much underwear. Then we went to Italy, and my back got thrown out because we crossed the border with 13 of us in like a 6-person Volkswagen minivan with all the seats down, just laying on top of each other. And we went there, had a great time there, and then on our way back we got stopped at the border, and the Italian police officer was like asking us questions, like he was shining his flashlight in and trying to ask Dad what in the world we were doing, but Dad didn't speak Italian, and so the guy just let us go because he was so frustrated. And then, trip before that one, well actually the big trip before that one because I had gone for a weekend over Thanksgiving, but big trip before that one, Hannah and I went to Paris and we got engaged on the Eiffel Tower. Woo! That was a fun one. So those were my favorite experiences of Europe.
My funniest memory of Switzerland was back pretty soon after we moved there. We had the kids come over and they brought our friend David Hoffman, and he liked to go castle hunting. And one day he wanted to go castle hunting, but we decided to do something else. And after that he ran around going, "But I wanted to go castle hunting!"
My favorite memory from all time in Switzerland, I remember what it was. One time late at night, my sisters and I decided we want Christmas decorations and we want them bad. So we decided that we would go and steal some Christmas decorations. So we decided we were going to put on all of our darkest clothes, put on this fur hat so that I might blend in as a bear. It's a ridiculous idea because I have never seen any wildlife other than maybe deer in a cage in Switzerland, and a mountain goat once. I put on a bear hat and we went out to the park with scissors. We cut a branch off of a tree, which I'm pretty sure we would have been fined for if anybody saw it. Cut a branch off of a tree and we took it inside of our homes. One home, we all lived in the same place. And we stuck it in the glass and we hung little dangly bells off of it. We made a Christmas decoration out of an illegal branch from a tree, which if you visit our house you can still see. It's like a prize.
The funniest memory I have of going to Switzerland was the first trip that I had with Drew and Catherine. We went sledging, which is sledding on these wood sleds with metal runners on them, on like a 5-mile trail. And I was racing Drew, and I was right behind him, trying to pass him along this way, and there was this cement wall over here and then a cliff over here. I was coming up on Drew and he kept swerving, trying to get me to not be able to pass him. Finally, I started getting alongside him to the point where if he swerved, it would hurt whatever side I was on. And so he decided, because he wanted to win so bad, to push me into the cement wall. And right between the road and the cement wall was a rut that was about that wide. And my runner caught in that, stopped my sled right there, launched me off, ran into the cement wall, and then was caught by the rope that I had attached to my wrist that was attached to the sled. That was pretty funny. Thanks, Drew. It's a great memory that is forever embedded in me.
Now, you're always a little bit paranoid whenever you're transporting guitars through flights. I remember it was the most hectic thing in the world, and that's definitely almost not an overstatement, to try to get our stuff through security and on the plane. But luckily enough, Delta was very gracious with us, and they were willing to store our guitars up in the coat rack. And something that was kind of cool, I wish I had had my camera out when this happened, was when we landed back in the US, Delta over their PA said, "And we'd like to thank the band Breakthrough for traveling with us today."